I'm actually super excited to talk to you about quite a few different things, and I'm not quite sure what I will actually get done tonight as far as video goes, but I'm going to do it in a couple different videos. Yes, she's going to fill a bath. Life is real, so there's kids, and it is evening time. Everyone's in the house and not outside, so it could be a little louder than normal. Well, I think that it is louder anyway, but anyway. So today we are going to talk about my new budget for my groceries. So my budget was, I'm trying to think what it was. My budget was $1,750 after September, or maybe it was October of last year. And my daughter, who, Sweet Pea, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at that time. Before that time, we had kind of like a ground rule of $100 per person per month. So that was our ground rule. That's where we were going. That's was kind of what was working within our budget and those types of things. So we're in this really weird season where we are in between. We used to grow a lot of our own food, and then things happened. Life happened, my son passed away, and things got a bit crazy. So we are not growing a lot of our own food. So we're in this weird transition where we're trying to get up into the position where we are growing more of our own food. And there's a numerous amount of reasons that we are doing that. One is economically. No, it is not cheaper to homestead. It is actually more expensive. But it is cheaper to homestead if you want quality food, as in raw milk, as in fresh fruits and vegetables from earth that's full of like vitamins and minerals and all those types of things. So like that type of stuff is really important to us and our family. So in that aspect, it's cheaper than buying those things. And a lot of those things are not available to us in the area that we live. So we need to come back around and start working our way to that. But things are expensive, guys. Oh my goodness. They're so expensive. Okay, so I could get a cow even like last year for like $800. I mean, I'd have to look around a bit, but I could get a cow for $800. This year, they're like around $2,000. Talk about inflation, that's like double. And they're really hard to get. Like, they would have been a lot easier to get last year. And they are a lot harder to get this year. So things are just like incredible. Incredible. Chickens, well, we got some discounted ones, but they used to be at Tractor Supply. They used to be like $2.99 or $3.19 depending on the chicken itself. And this year they're running around $4.99 a bird. So yeah, it's expensive. So as we're trying to make those transitions, then other things need to change. But our food budget, I know that a lot of people are like increasing their food budget. I see it all over YouTube. They're increasing their food budget. I don't actually have money to increase my food budget. Like, I think that it's great if you do have the funds that you can increase your food budget, but I have to change the way that I'm thinking and change the way that we're eating and figuring out how to do this on the budget that I'm allowed, that God's allowed me to have. So that is what I am doing. So that is why I have a different budget this month. So my budget for May is going to be $1,200, which is less than $100 a month per person. So last month I had gone back to the $1,400, which was $100 per month per person. And this month I really need to be at $1,200. That's just where things are. We need to be saving some money. I would like to at some point get a newer van, and we do have that debt that we are trying to pay on. That said, usually the places that those things come out would be like food and those types of budget. So anyway, you do you, I'll do me, and we can figure this out. But I'm sharing this because even though our budgets might look different, I think there's a lot of principles that might be able to help you. Or yeah, I think before, when I used to try to lower my budget, I would actually increase the carbs that I was doing in my food. I would add more beans to my meats. I would add more lentils to meats. I would do more vegetarian meals, that type of stuff. But having somebody who is a type 1, that becomes very difficult. We also have allergies and sensitivities to certain things like gluten, soy, and corn. Those are our allergy sensitivities. And we also have some children in myself where it's eggs. And so trying to work all of that together without making like 20 separate meals every meal can be difficult. But if I break it down to making our main thing eating real foods, then we're getting high nutritional value and hopefully we'll get the most for our buck. So what am I doing? My budget, $1,200. Sounds like I'm just going down $200, but I am under this thing. So I have meat in my freezer. So I'm actually going to butcher another pig. I don't know, a couple days. I'll butcher that mama pig, and she'll go in the freezer. So I'll have sausage and that type of stuff. I still have some of the chicken left over. I have meals of chicken left over. So I do have some chicken left over. My beef is really getting down there. I have some steaks. I have no hamburger left, unless it's made in a meal already. I have no hamburger left. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in order to get those things. And quality, like I mentioned before, is really important to us. I think one of the big things for us, I'm okay buying some organic things, whether it's fruits and vegetables or certain meats and that type of stuff I feel more comfortable with. But with something like hamburger, it's already like a part of the cow, and there's certain, and then it's ground up. Well, it can be ground up with other things. So there's different levels of how much, depending on like brands, organic, non-organic, that type of stuff. Other things can be added to the actual beef. So ground beef is one thing that I buy organically. I actually like to buy all my beef organically, but we don't usually buy anything else besides ground beef. We were growing cows year after year, and yeah, we don't have that available to us. Yes, we have cows out there. Yes, we have a plan, but it takes a while to get that plan into action. So I am actually saving, and I know different channels do things differently as well. A lot of times people are like, okay, well, my budget's $2,000 a month, but we also buy this and this and this. So my budget, this amount of money would need to come out in order to get a quarter cow, it will be around, no, $1,500. Yes, $1,500. So for the next 3 months, I want to take $500 out of my $1,200 and save that aside for beef. And I should have enough beef in my freezer to cover me through those 3 months if I'm very sparing, because I do have that pig that's going in the freezer. I do already have some pork and I do have some chicken. So we are going to be eating a lot from what we already have. But I am needing to stock up on other things as well. I have like no oats, like literally it's like a bottom of the barrel oats. I'm like, oh my goodness. And last month I bought 25 pounds. I already had like 25 pounds in there. So I must be going through like 50 pounds a month of oats, which is just, she's upset because she wants to take another bath because her sister's in the bath now and she wants to take a bath with her sister, but she already had a bath. So she's getting grumpy with my older daughter because she wants to take a bath, but I think that she distracted her. If not, I'll go over there in just a minute. So I do have a lot of things for meals. You guys have seen me, I made a bunch of those freezer meals and I do have a lot of those freezer meals left. So for this month, I should be okay as far as like the meat and freezer meal type situation that I have, I should be able to be okay with what I have there. I also am going to make a video what's in my freezers and what I have available, so you guys can kind of get an overview of those types of things. Things that I don't have any. I used up all my spaghetti sauce. Isn't that crazy? We don't eat pasta. It's really kind of hard, so it's kind of like meat and veggies. We do have the garden in already, and honestly, this type of stuff makes me want to work harder, because it's like, okay, we need to do this. So I'm just going to go over today my changes that I'm doing in snacks, because of a couple different reasons. One reason is my time. Yeah. I am so busy. Just say hi. Hi. Okay, then you can sit next to me, okay? Come sit next to me.
I can't see the video though.
Then come sit on my lap. But we're not going to have your whole face in there. Okay. Because we're talking.
Hi.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about snacks. So I am regrouping all of my snacks for a couple of reasons. One is health. I really just want some really healthy snacks. Two is I'm super busy. Please don't do that. I am super busy, and trying to prepare snacks is just another thing that I have to do. So it's things that like I need to come in to make snacks instead of working in planting gardens, instead of like doing fencing, instead of all that type of stuff, right? So I needed to simplify that largely. Another reason is I find that if we have snacks that I have like home baked, that kids want to eat snacks over eating food, even though we have scheduled times for all those things. They just are like, oh, I'll eat this if I can have a snack. And I want them just to be like filled with nutrition instead. Yeah. So let's talk about these snacks. Yeah. It's a whole new thing. This is also going to be a way that I can kind of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these things down. Please don't. I'm going to break these things down into days. So for this month, we stopped going to the city so often. We're only going to be going to the city once. Hi. And, excuse me. We're going to be going to the city once, which is awesome because we have been going 2 times a week to the city, and it is tiring for the past 6 months.
City?
We're not going today, no.
Can I go with you after?
I think we're gonna go do something fun maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Can I go at the fun tomorrow?
We'll see.
Okay.
I think we're gonna go for a hike tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just talk about snacks. What I'm going to do is children that are younger, like my 4 youngest children are 2, 4, 6. They know that you took a bath. Look, your hair is wet.
I take a bath.
She took a bath. 2, 4, 6, and the 6-year-old is the one with type 1. So those children are going to have half an apple, and people older than that would have a whole apple, and I would figure in that myself and my husband as well. Now, I normally do not like stop and have snacks like at their snack time. Usually that's a perfect time for me to get something done. But I do tend to say like before bed, I might have like an apple and peanut butter. So that would be allotting that for that. Same with my husband. He could have that and whatever. So I have apples for us for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our morning snacks were always fruit. We've always done fruit for morning snacks. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we are going to do apples. That means that we would need 12 apples for each day, or 36 apples for the week. So then on Thursday and Saturday, I didn't want to do Tuesday and Thursday because if you buy bananas on, say, Monday, then you wouldn't really be able to eat that on the Tuesday because we like bananas that are
hungry.
Okay, then go ask if somebody can get you a snack.
Okay.
A cheese stick.
7 or somebody else.
Yeah. Okay. So, Thursday and Saturday will be bananas. But Sweet Pea will not have bananas. They're really high carb. And so she would have a clementine on that day. So everyone will have bananas. She'll have a clementine, which she's okay with. She actually prefers a clementine. Yes. So that will work out just great. And then on Tuesdays, we will just have clementine. So I'll need, I would need a bag of clementines for the week. And then I would need, let's see, 11 bananas per snack for Thursday and Saturday, so 22 bananas. I'll probably end up buying more of those in case I decide to put some in the freezer for like smoothies or whatever. But that's kind of like my general, that's what I need. I'll probably buy more, but that's what I need for those days. Just so I know the amount that I need to buy and I'm not buying shy of what I need. So I decided the afternoon snack, we used to have like a baked good usually for afternoon snack. And I decided to stop doing that because it requires me baking something, right? And I don't necessarily have the time, like I just mentioned before. So we are going away from that. And this is a good way to come into the season where we're going to start having our fresh vegetables. So the afternoon is going to be a vegetable. So Monday and Wednesday will be cucumbers with ranch. And then Tuesday and Thursday, we will have celery and cream cheese. And then Friday and Saturday is going to be carrot sticks and peanut butter. Now, notice I didn't say anything on Sunday. My husband is home on Sundays, and I think that he might like a treat every once in a while. We can have treats. So what I'm going to do is we have a lot of jam, and we also have a lot of apple pie fillings still left in the basement. So weeks 1 and 3, I'm going to make jam bars, and then weeks 2 and 4, we are going to make apple pie bars, which means we only need to bake one thing a week for this scenario right here. In the evening time, we are going to do cheese sticks before bed. That just works out really well. I'm okay with cheese sticks because really, are they technically a processed food? I guess they are technically a processed food, but the amount of processing that's actually in them is not as much as like if I were to do like prepackaged like cookies or crackers or something like that. So I'm okay with cheese sticks. Eventually, when we have all 3 cows and milk, then we'll be making our own cheese sticks. We do make our mozzarella cheese now. We just don't have enough that would cover our cheese stick consumption, I guess you would say. So our cow is actually gone down a little bit on milk. Although once we get her back out into like fresh greenness and that type of stuff, her milk production hopefully will bump up a little bit, and hopefully she will be getting bred once we get that bull. Although I don't know how big it is. I don't know anything about the bull. Anyway, so we will be getting, so I need 98 cheese sticks per week. So that would be 4 bags, a 24 count, which would be $20 a week for cheese sticks. So those are my snacks right there. I am going to run you through my freezers in the next video and just give you freezer tour, maybe some ideas and that type of stuff on meals that I plan on making. I also want to talk about, because we're going to be going camping, but we're also doing we do a lot of like day trips this time, like hiking and those types of things. So I want to talk about those types of things. Like, how do you pack real food for those types of scenarios? We can't like go someplace and, you know, somebody says, oh, we're going to have cookies and lemonade. Like, we can't participate in that. So we always pack everything that we need. So, that is just something that I'd like to discuss with you guys. I just am not there right now with that. I know what we're bringing tomorrow. Tomorrow we are bringing, I'm getting a cough drop. Tomorrow we're bringing eggs, apple and peanut butter, tuna packets. I had some tuna packets left that I want to use up. Tuna packets. I think we have a little bit of chicken salad, rice cakes, cheese sticks, granola bars. yeah. I made some brownies. Sweet people have granola bars, and then I made some brownies that had pumpkin in it, and so we'll bring those. So some of the kids will have the granola bars, some will have the brownie thing. Anyway, that'll be our lunch. Yeah. So other things that I want to do. I know some of you had said that you would be interested in me doing a like a $100 a month or $25 a week challenge type thing, but that wasn't the number one thing that people wanted. You want to know all about my new budget and the why, what, when, hows. Oh, so I should actually say that. So after the $500 and the $1,200, so I will have $700 a month for our family of 14 that I'm actually spending like throughout this coming month. So some of that will be on the snacks, and then I'll show you what I get. Aside from that, I'll do a big haul. So this week, I'm going to do just a snack haul, and my appointment's on the 24th. So I will be doing the city I will be doing like the city if I do. I think I'm actually not doing Sam's. I think what I'm going to do is I need to get some bulk like oatmeal and stuff, and I'm going to check out this other store and see the prices and stuff there. So I need to look all that type of stuff up. But I will be back with my other ideas for the month because it takes a lot of prepping and preparing when you're trying to squeak in a budget. So I will go through these things right here, show you everything that's going on. As far as that plan that I was looking at, this is it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video, and I'm going to tell you what I would buy for ingredients because I have it all worked out. Like I could go to the store and do this. So I think what I'll do is I'll pull up like Walmart on my laptop and then share with you what I would buy at Walmart, like piece by piece, what I would buy at Walmart and what I would make with that and what we would have for snacks and meals and all that type of stuff and how you can do it in a budget. I think I'll just talk you through everything because if I were to do it like per week, how much I would be allotted per week if it was $100 per person, that would be $350. And I'm trying to save. If I did that with the $350, I would only have $350 left, and I'd prefer to have a little bit more squeaky room. So I will share that in another video. But I hope that you guys are doing okay with the grocery store, and don't be afraid to change up things if you've been doing them even for a long time, and figure out what works best and how you can make your budget stretch in a different way. And don't be afraid to try something new. Try new recipes. Try something simpler. Try it. I mean, what's like this? I don't know if this plan's gonna work. I'm just gonna try it. But I think honestly it's gonna be a lot simpler. We always do the okay, I'm just gonna share with you. We always did the fruit in the morning, and then we never used to have a nighttime snack until Sweet Pea had type 1. But we need to do that in order to regulate her blood sugars overnight, and it's not really fair for one person to have a snack. There's a bunch of little kids. So I'm thinking about the other video, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could just pull up that app. So I'm thinking ahead, and as I'm doing this, I'm clearing off the top of my laptop. Want to see what everyone's put here? I have a chainsaw chain. I have sausage wrappers in 2 different sizes. Here's the recipe. And then I have 2 checks that need to get mailed. My goodness. Yeah, that is real life. Real life is people pile everything on mom's computer so that I can see them, or they don't know where it goes, so they just kind of pile it over here. Anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day. How are you guys doing on your budget? Let me know down in the comments. And let people know too, if there's anything that you're doing that's working, please put that in the comments below, because people are reading through these so everyone can just work together and get tips and tricks from each other. And it's just a blessing to one another. So I hope you all have a blessed night.